Your two skills that are going to build up your holy power, which gives you free Word of Glory heals. Basically, healing as a holy paladin is building up your Word of Glory so you can have free massive heals. Now, Word of Glory heals you for 6,108 per charge of holy power. So times 3, that's 18,000. That's almost as much as Divine Light. That's more than Flash of Light, and it's for free. So, whenever this skill is on or off cooldown, you need to use it. More often than not, I will use a Holy Shock before I even go into the fight, because it only costs 1,640 mana. I have 97,000. Use it before you go into the fight. That's one thing about healers. You need to prep yourself for the fight. You need to know what's going to happen during the fight. And we'll talk about that in some of the heroics that I run when I, go over healing inside of the actual thing. But you need to get your holy power up. So as soon as you see your tank running into a fight, just cast Holy Shock on someone on the tank or something. Then, as soon as they enter into fight, I almost always immediately cast Holy Radiance. Yes, it costs almost 10,000 mana, but generally you're going to have a tank and another melee DPS. It's going to heal that person for 5,040, and then another 1,025 to everyone around them. It's going to every 0.87 seconds for 2.6 seconds. So you're going to get quite a few heals in there, and it's just going to be spreading around to everyone that's around the person you cast Holy Radiance on. And it gives you a charge of holy power. So there you go. Like, you're starting the fight out with 2 holy power already. By that time, Holy Shock is going to be just about off cooldown. You're going to be able to cast Holy Shock again. There you go. You have a free 18,000 heal. It's all about preparation and knowing what's to come. So, those 3 skills you will see me use the most. Next, we have Beacon of Light. The target becomes a beacon of light to all targets within a 60-yard radius. Your Word of Glory, Holy Shock, Flash of Light, Divine Light, and Light of Dawn will also heal the beacon for 50% of the amount healed. Holy Light will heal for 100% of the amount. Only one target can be the Beacon of Light at a time. Lasts 5 minutes. So, Beacon of Light. Cast it on your tank. That's the simplest thing. Just place it on your tank, and as soon as you see it about to run out, put it on your tank. And what that's going to do is that it's going to make it so you don't actually have to physically heal your tank most of the time. So, you place Beacon of Light on your tank. You have this spell called Holy Light. 2.17 second cast, heals for 9,000, costs 2,800 mana. When you're not using Holy Light, Holy Radiance, or Holy Word, you need to be using Holy Light. And you need to be using it on people besides the tank. This is how you're going to have your most productive healing. So, when you cast Holy Light on someone else besides the tank who has Beacon of Light on him, it's going to heal that target for 9,000. Then it's going to heal you for 3,000 because of the talent that we picked that heals you whenever you heal someone. Then it's going to heal the tank for another 9,000 because they have Beacon of Light on them. What do you know? You just healed 3 people for the price of one cost, or for the cost of one spell. And it goes, and a Beacon of Light works 50% on all of these other healing spells. It's just awesome like that. These all work in conjunction. So, Holy Shock before you go into a fight. Holy Radiance once they get into the fight. Holy Shock, Word of Glory. Beacon of Light is up on the tank before you even go into any of the fights. Holy Light to top off people around the tank. All your other party members, even yourself if you need to. It's going to heal the tank. I know, it seems weird, but just do it. It works. It's how I heal. We'll go over some of your other skills. Judgment. Just spam Judgment whenever it's off cooldown. I mean, obviously, if someone needs to be healed, don't. But Judgment is just extra damage because of it's coming off your Seal of Insight. Plus, it's going to restore your mana. It gives you a mana regeneration buff that you really need to keep healing. So just spam it whenever you can. It's extra damage and it's going to give you a buff. It's pretty simple. Divine Favor increases your spellcasting haste by 20% and spell critical chance by 20%. Awesome. Really good for boss fights where you just need to pump out spells, specifically in Hour Twilight, the person where you have to stand in the water. It's in the dark place, in the night place. I'll probably show a clip of it where you get a spell haste debuff. You can just cast this and then you're normal and you can avoid all the little floating orbs around that deal damage. It's just really nice because it gives you increased spell haste. You can just, you know, spam your low level heals and then get out more heals, plus increases your critical chance. Plus we had the glyph that increases it by 10 seconds, so it lasts a long time. Guardian of the Ancient Kings. If you are taking lots of damage but you need to heal everyone else, use Guardian of the Ancient Kings because it's going to heal you. You know, it's like Guardian. It's going to keep you protected, safe. So use it when you need to heal yourself. Avenging Breath. Increases all damage and healing caused by 20% for 20 seconds. 2-minute cooldown. If you need to get massive heals from your Holy Light, Holy Shock, Holy Radiance, and Word of Glories without needing to spam Flash of Light or Divine Light because they cost a ridiculous amount of mana, just use Avenging Wrath. It's only a 2-minute cooldown and it's going to increase your healing done by 20%. That increases that to 11,000 heal. That increases this to, you know, almost a 10,000, you know, more like 9,000 heal. This is going to increase by a lot. You know, just use it if you need it. That's why you have these skills. Too many times people need to want to save these skills for the boss fights. Trust me, if you need to use Avenging Wrath, use it, because by the time you get to the boss fight, it's going to be off cooldown. Divine Light. Honestly, Flash of Light is nice because it's 1.3 second cast. But if you have the time to cast Divine Light, cast Divine Light, because you get, this is only 16,000. For 1,000 more mana or less, you get an additional 8,000 heal. Use Divine Light if you can. Cleanse obviously removes poison effect, disease effect, and magic effect. Use it. It's instant cast, no cooldown. It saves you from doing a lot of healing. I keep on that to R because it's really easy to use. Bam. Lay on Hands. 10-minute cooldown. Heal someone for all of your health. And you get 10% of your mana back because of the glyph we have. Use it if you need to. You can have it back by the end of the instance. Divine Plea. You gain 12% of your total mana over 9 seconds, but the amount healed by your healing spells is reduced by 50%. If you get in a situation where you desperately need mana, Divine Plea, Avenging Wrath, Divine Favor will cancel out the effects of Divine Plea. So you can still cast the big heals, but you're gaining 12% of your mana back, and it's going to really help. Obviously, you have all these hands. I really don't use these very often. Sometimes I use Order Mastery just to help with the silence and interrupt effects as far as concentration goes, but basically, guys, it's really simple. Holy Shock, Holy Radiance, Holy Light, Word of Glory, Beacon of Light on tank, using your buffs when you need to use your buffs. Besides that, you just sit back, relax, and let the rest of the group do all of the work. That's one of the great benefits of being a healer. You don't have to worry about DPS, you don't have to worry about anything. You just have to keep them alive. So, we're gonna go ahead and jump into some heroics. I'm gonna do some, just some, you know, sample trash mobs and some bosses and show you what it's like in the actual fight, positioning and such like that. You've got the skills, you've got the gear, you've got the talents. Go out and get some heals done. Alright guys, later.